Well, you certainly don't need me to tell you that times are tough. Of course, the economy is in free fall, and it has been this way for quite a while. But listen to this statistic. There are 22 million people in the United States who have a master's degree or higher. How many of them do you think are on some kind of public assistance, food stamps or otherwise? Well, there are 300,000 people with master's degree and another 33,000 people with PhDs who are getting public assistance in America. That's not so amazing. It is interesting, but what's really amazing is that that figure has tripled in the last 3 years. In the last 3 years, that figure has 3 times what it was. That is unbelievable. But what it really brings me to is a point that perhaps is somewhat controversial, but it's kind of one of my picking points, something that I've always felt about, and people sometimes do argue with me about, and that is that I believe that one of the most overrated qualities in a human being is brains. How smart you are. Now, I don't, before you jump all over me, I'm not saying that it's good to be a moron. I'm not saying that at all. But what I am saying is that there's a tremendous emphasis, whether it be in looking for a mate or people who we admire, and we ask about them, people who we like or want to be around or be friends with. It says, is she a smart person? Oh, he's really smart, etc. You know what? It doesn't really matter that much. It doesn't matter as much as we think it does. There are 5,000 janitors in the United States with PhDs. It doesn't matter that much. It doesn't matter because what really counts is what kind of person you are. Yes, we are people of the book. We revere knowledge. And yes, it's good to get an education, and don't jump all over me in saying that I think that you shouldn't. But it's no guarantee for success. Not at all. And it's not something to worship. It's good to be smart. It can have an advantage to it, no question. But it's far from a guarantee, and I believe it is far more important than it needs to be. Let's focus on what's really important. Are you a good person? The Torah tells us, the Talmud tells us that Hannah and the prophets tells us that when she was praying for a child, and eventually the prophet Samuel was born from her, the Hannah herself asked for a child who's not too smart and not too dumb, something in between, average, just normal, just regular. I believe that that is a model. That's a message for all of us. And the message is that it's not great to be on any extreme. It doesn't really matter that much how smart you are, but it does matter is what you do with the brains that God gave you. Just my opinion. Maybe you disagree. Either way, I would like to hear from you. I want to hear about it. I want to hear your opinion. Use the comment section below. Something truly to think about.